I'm here.
Okay. Okay, my phone is chattering at me here. So, okay, very good. All right, so do we have any public commenters today? Okay. We're not seeing any public commenters. Do we have any guests? And Rogelio, do you see anybody?
No guest at the station.
No. And no public and online. Do you see any names online?
I see a couple
Anybody?
phone numbers.
Okay. Now the phone numbers, can you call those out and we'll figure out who those are?
Yeah. Phone number ending in 5854.
Oh, that's Minette. Okay, that's Minette. She's here. And then who's the other phone number?
8107.
And who's
Louise.
that? Okay, Louise. Okay, all right. So that takes care of that. We're going to jump forward into the meeting minutes. They were kind of long, but it was a good transcription that Malia did. She's using the Microsoft Teams transcription. So anyway, for the January 13th minutes, does anyone want to bring a motion forward regarding those, or are there any additions or corrections?
This is Valerie, and
Yes, ma'am.
I propose that the meetings be accepted and entered into the record as is.
Okay, thank you so much. Anyone would like to second that?
Chris Jones, I second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that the minutes for January be accepted as submitted. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, anybody opposed? All right, okay, well, we took care of that really pretty quick. And actually, we're like 3 minutes ahead for having gotten started late. So excuse me? Did somebody have a question?
I just said sounds good to me.
Okay, very good. Okay, so now Rogelio, thank you. He's the man of the hour getting this all put together. And we just have to appreciate him. And IT folks, thank you guys for coming. We appreciate you helping to get this going. The other thing I want to let you know too is Malia contacted me on Friday and is on what she is calling bereavement leave, which of course makes me sound like there is a death in the family somewhere. So, keep her in your thoughts and prayers. I don't know when she'll be back or what's going on, but we'll find out when we find out, and we'll just keep calm and carry on and do what we do. We're going to have some bylaws discussion in a little bit. And I think what I'm going to do for that is I'm just going to go ahead and take, if we agree on everything, I'm just going to take that directly to Crystal myself. And, if we like what we see, so we'll just, like I said, we'll just keep carrying on. So now having said that, well, let's move into the section where the Skagit Transit section. And Rogelio, did Malia leave you anything to report or any of the others for us?
Yeah. So she left a couple things.
All right, take it away.
Yes. First of all, we want to introduce Jenny. She's our customer service rep. She's currently here in person.
Oh, so, good.
Want to say
welcome, Jenny?
Yes, I'm new here. I started 2 weeks ago. I'm a customer service representative here in Skagit Station, and I'm excited to be here.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate you visiting this group, and I think that's wonderful. Thank you very much. We've got a lot of people with lots of administrative experience, teaching experience. We have several members who do work, so sometimes they come in a little later when they have to, but it seems like we got a pretty good complement. So I am really glad to have you, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in person and talking to you myself. Okay, Rogelio, thank you. And do you have anything else too?
Yes, I got December's ridership report.
All
Um,
right.
So for fixed route, we had 37,547 riders. That is up 6.4% from last year in the month of December.
Good.
Very good.
For paratransit, we had 5,745 riders. Ridership is up 12.68% from last year.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
yeah, there's also a little note here that she wanted us to say, just saying that Skagit Transit staff have begun the annual National Transit Database reporting process. It's due at the end of April. In prior productivity reports, cost per trip / rider figures are based on the 2024 NTD data and are being used as a placeholder on averages.
Mhm.
Final year event totals and actual figures are expected to be completed by early March. A year event report with finalized data will be published and shared with the CAC for review and support questions development.
Okay, and I'm assuming she'll get this information to us then, correct?
Yes, so like it said in the note, around March, April, you get those numbers, and then you guys have an opportunity to ask questions or voice your
Okay.
concerns.
I see. Okay, thank you.
And then
All right.
I have some notes too. We are
And
working
who is this?
on,
Excuse me, who is this speaking?
sorry, this is Derek.
Derek, okay, welcome and thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Feel free, any questions as I'm speaking too. Working on updating the website for accessibility to improve accessibility to fall in line with improved requirements there for WCAG.
Yeah.
And so we're working on that, and that's something that as we get closer to having something to look at, bringing to this group to look at, to test, to look, to think through for accessibility for everybody that uses the network. We're also working on paratransit booking through Spare, which is going to be our app we're using, which nothing to share as of yet for that, but prior to launch, same thing. We'll obviously share how that works with this group, talk through process and any questions there. Obviously, want to roll that out as smoothly as possible for everybody who uses it. So hopefully we think it'll be a very positive thing, but just putting that on everybody's radar that that's coming. The other one, there's a advertising policy has been submitted to the governance committee for the board. I think everybody is aware of that here. And there will be feedback next week. So any questions and concerns of that can, if there was any, can be given to Malia. And then last one is that Malia has begun work on her transit development plan with the current goal of opening the public comment period on May 15th. If there's any feedback there from CAC members, just Malia is also your point of contact there as well. So yeah, just kind of listed a bunch of them there quickly. If you have any questions, let me know. And if not, Malia is your kind of touch point on a lot of those.
Okay. Yeah, on the advertisement policy, she didn't really, I talked about it a little bit, and she was going to be sending it out to everybody. Did everybody have anything on that advertisement policy?
Nope.
Yeah, so that may be something that I'll try to follow up on, because I know it was something that was going to be brought to the board next week. And do you guys know if Malia will be back by next week?
I think she will be, yeah. I don't have visibility on like what she sent to you, so I can follow up with her on.
Yeah,
Okay,
she didn't.
I'll follow up with her.
Well, that's okay, because I know that she's in emergency mode, but I just didn't know if you knew for sure. But
Yep. I don't think
yeah,
anything's no, but I can follow up with her.
sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
And the thing about the advertisement, I wasn't sure really what to do with all of that. I know it was something she was wanting to discuss and get comments, but where that went, it just, with this going on, I don't know. So at least I appreciate you reporting that for us. Thank you
Judy,
very much. Yes.
Judy, this is Valerie. I have a quick
Valerie,
question.
Mhm.
So advertising policy, excuse me, that would be the policy for dealing with businesses, nonprofits who want to place physical ads on buses.
Correct.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were done. Sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you.
And does this include Skagit Transit promoting itself through signage on the bus, wraparounds? It's great that we've had that circular sticker on the buses that says powered by Washington Climate Act.
The
I'm not
CCA, the Climate Commitment Act.
Climate commitment. Thanks. That's the word I was missing. The Climate Commitment Act. And that's great. It's a great first step. I've only been asking for more than a decade about having Skagit Transit use such the opportunity for displaying on our rolling billboards information about, from Mount Vernon to Concrete for $1, or you could be on this bus and reading instead of driving, or whatever.
Yeah.
So does the advertising policy deal with that kind of self-promotion, or is this strictly external entities?
So I don't want to speak for the policy or to like, we should share the policy with you so you can review yourself. So this isn't all encompassing, but it is mostly for external. But if this was something that would happen, which very much has not, it's still going to board, all of that, you could theoretically use it for internal messaging for us, for nonprofits, for others as well. It's kind of all encompassing for potentially utilizing the buses for external advertising as well as internal messaging, or not internal, but like agency-based messaging.
Okay, thank you. And by the way, this is my cat Benji, who is joining the meeting, but he does not ride the bus.
That's okay. We will forgive him.
Okay, thank you.
Very, very good. So yeah, now the way this advertisement policy thing came out, when I saw it, and this was actually last month, I asked Millie, I said, hey, can we actually maybe discuss that at our next meeting? If it's going to be brought up to the board too, can we get input? And she said, sure, that would be great. And I sent it, I had gotten it, and so I sent it. But then with everything going on, I'm just not sure what to do with it today. So anyway, it is what it is, and it is something that's going to be brought up. And I remember we also actually, and this was a few years ago, we were going to put in bus slogans, and we were all asked to turn in slogans that we would like to have on our buses. And then that money got diverted to the, I believe it's the LRTP. So anyway, I'm glad we're still trying to pursue advertisement. I think this is good, and we'll keep it up.
Judy, I will let her know my thoughts first. So I apologize if you haven't gotten that.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. I was just saying I apologize if you haven't gotten that. We'll get it to you. I will tell Leah that you mentioned it. So cool.
Sure. And well, I had originally asked her. So what happened in the interim, I'm not exactly sure, but
Gotcha.
that's okay. All right. And if, so if there's any background noise on the phone, if you could mute until you need to speak, that would be very helpful. Because I think we've got some
reminder,
noise
Judy.
going. Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. Okay. So did I interrupt your presentation, Derek? I'm sorry.
No, I'm all done, but Sarah has a couple notes, so thanks for.
Oh, wonderful. And, oh, you guys are there. I didn't know you guys were there. I would have acknowledged you. Thank you. Okay, Sarah.
Yeah, so again, I'm Sarah Pell, the new travel trainer and event specialist here with Skagit Transit. Happy to be here. I have recently participated with 3 new clients for travel training opportunities, so that's been a lot of fun. Even though the weather hasn't really held up, it's been great. So I think that once the weather gets a little bit warmer, we're going to see more people utilize the travel training program that we're setting up. Some upcoming events that I have going on February 19th, I will be at the Lucille Upmarker Middle School's parent-teacher conferences. So I will be setting up students with youth passes and promoting our youth ride free program and talking to parents about travel training. So if they're interested, or if they want their kids to increase their ridership, I'll be there to help them through that. On February 23rd, we're going to be doing the walk roll event with the Non-Drivers Alliance. Skagit Transit staff was invited to attend, so Derek and myself will be there, and we're going to serve as Skagit Transit representatives for that.
Wonderful.
We're excited. I need
So
to get
Derek,
Derek registered. Yep, I'm registered. I haven't gotten Derek in there. He just threw his name in the
okay, I was
hat.
going to say, I didn't see him. I didn't see his name on the RSVP, so I just want to make sure.
We'll make sure. Totally. We'll make sure he doesn't go hungry. We'll get him on there for that lunch. And then
I appreciate that.
Yeah. On
Great.
February 24th, I'll be presenting at Where the Heart Is. I'm going to teach the residents about our paratransit, fixed route options that they may have, and I'll provide more information on our travel training program as well for them. And then March 4th, I'm going to be at the Cedar Woolley High School for their incoming freshman orientation, setting up a table and working with youth to set up those Nuvo passes as well, and promoting again our travel training program. So I'm excited to get some young riders back on our buses, and I hope to encourage them to explore their community a bit more. So I'm excited.
And the other thing too, Sarah, I don't know if Malia talked to you about this yet. There is, you know what, the network is degrading, so I may have missed it, but the March 28th, did she talk to you about that senior event?
Yes, her and I have to communicate a little bit more, and I'll be reaching out to BJ.
Okay, and Louise is on here as well. They both are here.
I'm sorry, her name wasn't on there, so I just didn't even think about it. Yes.
That's okay. They're both here.
Oh,
right. So you could reach out to either one of them for sure. That's great. All right. I think I got everything that you had. Yeah, and so if I need some information, can I contact you guys, via email? I'm just kind of trying to put this information together. Yeah. We're getting a lot of extraneous noise in the network, and it's getting a little harder to understand. So we'll just do what we can, and we'll make it work. All right. Any other Skagit Transit reporting?
That's it from our side.
Okay. All right. Anything else from you, Rogelio?
No, not today.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for standing in and doing this. I really appreciate a lot. This will actually allow us to move forward with some of our business, and we are actually ahead of schedule a little bit, which is amazing because usually we have to rush to get through it. Anyway.
On that note, Judy.
Yes, ma'am.
Louise. This is Louise breaking in. On that note, maybe this is a good time to bring up the March the 28th event then that Skagit Transit is going to participate in. It's Memory Roundup. That's the name of it. It will be at the SYC, or the Swinomish Yacht Club in La Conner on Saturday, March the 28th from 10 to 2. And I would love it if any or all of you could show up for a bit, walk through, look at the exhibits we have set up. It's a real nice resource exhibit. And we have a speaker, Patricia Hunter. She's the state ombudsperson. She's going to give a talk on elder abuse. I have another lady, Carol Johnson, who's going to give a talk on scams. So it should be an interesting talks. But the important thing is I have prizes to give away. I have all sorts of things. I'm putting this on because I'm giving back to the community. And this is my way of doing it. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope you can all come.
Well, thank you very much.
Also,
Yeah, I have to thank
remember,
Louise.
Route 615 will take you right there.
That's right, DJ.
That's good. That's the kind of advertisement.
PR.
Yeah, this is Ray, since I took over for the special projects. And Louise just filled you all in, so I don't have to try to read my notes, because they're all out of order. So thank you, Louise, that's great. I had just the same information. But I did look up that Patricia Hunter, and it has MSW after her name. If you guys look that up on the website, you can read about her. It's interesting.
Uh-huh. Well,
Thank
BJ
you.
did let me know you had some discussion points, so I wanted to give you room for that too.
Yeah, that was it. We got it all taken care of, so.
Well, very good. And I want to thank you both for meeting and just taking care of business, regarding this senior project. I think it's wonderful. I think it's
Oh,
great.
it sounds
And
very good, yeah.
it really does. Yeah. Okay. So that sounds pretty good. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and move into some of the other CAC stuff. And since we're talking event, maybe I'll do this way, because events, we have the walk roll event, and you've been hearing about that. That is being sponsored through the Non-Driver Alliance with Anna Zevarts. And Anna is been working with our mayor in Cedar Woolley, Julia Johnson. And we have since found out that Julia Johnson is going to be leaving. She's having to resign because of needing to take care of some family business, and we're going to miss her, I'm sure. Now, whether she's going to actually be at the event or not, I'm not positive. But
I think she's leaving this week, so I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. But gosh, she's been so wonderful. I've just really appreciated her here in Cedar Woolley. So I am hearing my feedback. This is driving me crazy. I think it's me. But okay, yeah, it's me. I'm driving myself crazy. Anyway.
Judy, this is
Yeah.
Irene. It's not you, it's somebody, there's a number of people that aren't muted. If you would mute. I can hear TV in the background.
Okay.
Thank you.
I thought it was probably
No, it's
me,
not you.
but okay. All right. So anyway, on this event, this walk roll event is going to be February the 23rd, and I sent out information on it. And then I believe I did last week or a couple weeks ago. And then today I sent out an event, and if you all want to go, it requires a registration. It's going to be at the Cedar Woolley Library from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the Non-Driver Alliance is sponsoring it. I know that we're going to have our new Commissioner Joe Burns there. That'll be great. And I saw some other people on there. I saw, I believe, a councilman from Cedar Woolley that's going to be there. And I can't recall everybody's names that I saw. It's kind of going to be small in number, but what's really great is to have you guys from Skagit Transit there. I'll get to see you in person, which is really good. But this event, basically, this is really kind of a neat thing because it has to do with pedestrian safety, sidewalk safety, and they call it walk and roll because it's for pedestrian, any non-drivers, whether you walk or whether you roll in a wheelchair, whatever. But it really is a good thing. And it also ties into the SCOG, the Skagit County governance organization. And Commissioner Browning was really excited about this meeting, on the 23rd, because they really are heavily involved in trying to collect data and turn in data regarding mapping and sidewalks. So this event is actually being sponsored by Non-Driver Alliance, working with the Taskar Center down at UW in Seattle. And they got, a couple of years ago, some money from the legislature to develop this statewide sidewalk mapping database, and they have been doing it. And they've also been applying accessibility tools to it. And I remember seeing it a couple of years ago when we had this big non-driver seminar, and I was really kind of excited about seeing it's sort of a living, breathing database that grows as information comes in from the different communities, as what's going on with the streets, what's going on with the roads, the sidewalks, etc. So they're really trying to promote this. They got some more grant money to promote this. And now they have a tool that they can use with that database called the AVIV, AVIV tool. And it's like a scouting map tool that we all get to try at this meeting. And if you don't have an Android device or an Apple device, Anna is going to bring some extras, and we all get to go in and look at the data and the route scouting and everything too on our little phones. How exciting is that? I mean, I love playing with my phone anyway, but that's kind of cool. But she's going to tell us all about this database and answer questions, and it's going to be a really great tool that city planners can use in developing sidewalks and accessibility, for the streets and sidewalks as they make their plans. So I'm looking forward to this. They have already had a walk roll event I believe they had one in Clark County not too long ago, and I'm just really proud that we're having one in Skagit County. And we also do have a representative from Anacortes coming. Carolyn Moulton's going to be there. I happen to remember that. So again, this event, we need to have your registration by this Friday, which is the 13th, and the email I sent out has a link. And so for those of you who do the print, you can give me that information that is required. I sent print documents out about it last week, I believe it was. And if you've got questions on that and want to come, call me, let me know. So that's that event. Any questions on that February 23rd event?
Yes, Judy, this is Manette.
Manette, yes.
I want to come.
I saw your name.
Okay, good.
I saw your name, so apparently you registered.
Okay, I got in somehow. All right, great.
Yep, great. You were on the list. And Sarah, I saw your name, and we went over that before too. So that was really great. I was excited. I know who that lady is.
I'm excited too. Those will be great.
Yeah, so that's very good. Any other questions on the 23rd? Okay, if not, then okay. I'm just catching up with my stuff here. Okay. Another thing that we did was on January the 22nd, I had a meeting with Commissioner Browning, and there's a different topic. This has to do with, we've been talking about about the new law that's come into effect, which would allow ridership on boards. And so in discussing with him, he was asking for some more information because he seemed he had some questions about how this would actually work on our board, because our board is a board of governance. Now, there are different types of boards. There's boards of operations, and then there's boards of governance, and we have a board of governance here. And intercity transit, I think, is I like to call them the gold standard, because they're the only ones in the state who have ridership on their boards. So leading up to that, I had a meeting yesterday with Amanda Collins. I finally caught up with her, and Amanda Collins is the CAC liaison down there. And she's done this for years, but we had a really great meeting yesterday. And so Commissioner Browning, who's chair of our board, just as a reminder, he wants more information from Intercity Transit as to how that relationship works with their board, how they got it started, and so on. So I'm in the process of getting our calendars together where where Amanda Collins and Commissioner Browning and I can speak. And of course, we want Malia involved as well. So he actually requested Malia, which of course is great. So that's in the works. So we are planning a March meeting with Intercity Transit and Skagit Transit and me and and Commissioner Browning, just to see where this is going to go. I was wanting to try to maybe draft a recommendation to the board, but in light of his question and the way he wants to go at it, I think we need to hold off on this draft recommendation thing that I was originally going to do. And I just wanted to explain all that and say why we're going to hold off on that. So does anybody have any questions there?
Where is the Intercity Transit Board?
Well, what I'm saying is that the four of us are actually going to meet on a phone call sometime in March. Intercity Transit is a transit system of Thurston County. They are in Thurston County. And what's really interesting about their board is because I was asking her, I said, how did you guys get this started? Like, what did you do? How did this work? Because I was trying to think of, how they went into having ridership on boards. Did they have any negative feedback or anything like that? And she goes, well, Thurston County's transit authority started out, I think she said 26 years ago, might have been 23. Anyway, somewhere around in there, but they started out as a private company. I had no idea. And so as a private company, they were like, well, wow, we need elected officials. And so then and they said, how about ridership? And everyone went, okay, yeah, let's put ridership on the board. I mean, it was a no-brainer for them. And so I didn't know this. She just gave me this history yesterday. So they've had ridership on their board from day one. And she explains they have 6 board members, 6 elected officials, from the different areas down there, and then 3 ridership members, which gives them a complement of 9 board members. And then the other thing she was explaining too, which I think is phenomenal, because they have such community buy-in down there. And what they do, whenever the CAC, one of the things that Anna with Non-Driver Alliance was talking about with me was that, you might use the CAC as a training ground for folks who would, to see if there's any interested parties that would maybe like to rotate up from CAC into a board position if, once the board approves something like here with Skagit Transit. And I thought, what a great idea to use the CAC as a training ground to understand and learn how to work with Skagit Transit, how to work with the board, and what a great community partnership that could be is what I thought. And so when I was asking about recruiting, like she says in their CAC, their members they have term limits. They serve 3-year term limits. And she says, I think their CAC has 20 people. And she says they probably have like 5 or 6 people that end up leaving the CAC, but they recruit once a year between August and October, or August and November. And so like August starts out the recruitment. I mean, they pull out all the stops with flyers and newspaper, television, all kinds of stuff. They do this every year. This is their recruitment time of the year. So the public has come to expect that. And so when those numbers roll around, they look to see, oh, are there going to be members on, vacancies on the CAC? So they know to expect it. And they've got this community. It's a system that really works well for them. And so then they have new members seemingly every year, and others rotate up into board positions because, again, all of those are term limits. But it was fascinating for me to hear that, the way that worked for them. But anyway, I said all that to say that, a lot of these things, the one thing we're really going to discuss it with Commissioner Browning is to help answer some of his questions about how this could work for the Skagit Transit Board. And then we'll take it from there, and I'll keep you guys apprised as to how that meeting goes. You know, once we meet in March, he's gone this month, so the meeting will have to take place in March. So we'll let you know. Okay, that's all I have on. Are there any questions on all of that at this point?
Excuse me.
Okay. I think I covered. I'm just double checking my notes here. The other thing that I had was the bylaws, and you all got. I take it that you got the revised. It looks like a table, and on the left-hand side, it's got the original section of the bylaws, and the right-hand side has the revised, correct?
Yes.
You all got that? Okay. All right. So assuming that we're all prepared to discuss that, oh gosh. Hang on here just a second. I'm losing my, okay. Okay, here we go. All right. So we had 3 sections. If you look at your tables, we have 3 sections that we were in discussion. And the first 2 sections seemed to be okay with everybody. It was the last section, the 5.2, that we just weren't really quite sure what to do with. Originally, what I was wanting to say was I was wanting to revise it so that we would have recommendations open. This has to do with elections, have months before recommendations open where people could just recommend whoever they wanted to. And there was just a little bit, I don't think I'll say pushback, but like maybe saying like, I think Malia was also saying, I don't know if we want to actually do it that way. So I understand that, but what I'm trying to do in this revision is make it clear that the chair or the vice chair would be the one opening the official nominations in the election month. So what I was thinking of, instead of having recommendations, maybe we could do a call for nominations. So for instance, we have our elections in November. And so in October, I could say, all right, at our meeting, I could say, we declare the call for nominations open as of this meeting. And so between now, meaning the October meeting, between now and the November meeting, when we do the official nominations, send in who you would like to nominate for chair, who you'd like to nominate for vice chair, who you'd like to nominate for special projects coordinator. And then we would take that, and then I could go around and make sure that we've gotten everybody, that people have gotten their nominations, or maybe encourage other people to self-nominate if they haven't thought about doing it, this kind of a thing. But this is what we would do between October and November. And then in November, we would have that list of nominees, and then I could officially open nominations, or the vice chair could do it. It would be either me or the vice chair that could do it. So that's what that is. Like, a call for nominations will be announced by the chair or vice chair at the meeting prior to the official opening of nominations and election by the chair or vice chair. Nominations will be submitted to the chair or staff. Well, I say staff liaison. Like the call for nominations would be the nomination. Okay, I confused that. Okay, during the call for nominations, either you could turn those into either me or whoever the staff liaison is going to be. Then at the November meeting, then either me or the vice chair could open the nominations. All right, is that as clear as mud, or do we have any comments on that?
It's good.
5.2.
So you would, yeah, it would be, this is Manette. So prior,
Yeah.
in October, before the election in November, we would submit names to you about who we think we should want to nominate for different positions. And then,
Correct.
then in November, those people would be, if they were willing to be elected, their names would be submitted as nominees. And then we would elect them, correct?
Well, it's kind of correct. So in October, the call for nominations, that's when you find out, are you willing to be a nominee? Are you willing to this,
Sure.
like, for instance, if I wanted to nominate, you to do something, or, if anybody wanted to nominate somebody from the committee to do something, October is the month when we find out, hey, do you accept this nomination? You've been nominated for this. Like I would be calling somebody and say, Manette, somebody wanted to nominate you for dog catcher. do you accept or decline that? That kind of a thing. So this is where we accept or decline nominations.
No,
Okay,
dog
so-
lover, not dog catcher.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is this is when, between October and November, is when you would accept or decline, and we clear that up. Now, in November is when the chair or vice chair officially opens nominations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, any other questions on this bylaws section?
Opens nomination.
Okay,
Or announces.
okay, Irene has her hand raised.
Yeah, so Judy, and I don't have the bylaws in front of me, but you're going to, while you're rewriting these, you're going to spell that out. So October, it's the call for nominations.
Sure.
November is the acceptance or rejection.
Opening.
And then the opening, and then maybe a brief definition of what that entails and who the people involved in that are. And then December is the actual vote.
December is the actual, it's the elections and the vote. Right now I'm talking about the nominations. So in October is when we go through and figure out who will accept or decline what nominations people have turned in for
So
them,
it's Yeah, so it's a 3-month process.
No, a 2-month. October is the call for nominations. November is the actual opening of nominations and election.
And then, okay. And then December is the election.
November would be the election. November's our election month. Usually.
Okay.
So we're talking October and November. So
Okay.
So do you guys have your tables the tables in front of you?
I don't have it in front of me. That's what I'm going to pull it up now. And that's just because of where I'm at. Normally I would.
Sure.
Sorry
Yeah,
about
you're
that.
out of town.
Yeah.
You're out of town. Okay.
But I'm going to go look at it. Well, okay. Thanks, Judy. I'm good.
Hey, no problem. And and if there's any other question, are there any other questions from anybody on this?
Well, excuse me, Judy, are we going to
Annette.
vote on this now or later?
No. This is bylaws, and so what's the way Malia wants to do it is, if she were here today, and if everybody approved of these sections, what she wants to do is take it to Crystal, and then have her look over the legalese of everything, and then come back to us in March. Is what she was saying in March. So we'll see how that goes. But then come back with, they're going to tighten up the legal language on our bylaws. And then in March, then we will have copies of that, and we'll have a chance to look at those copies and then maybe get back with some answers in April about these bylaws. If, because we want to look over their revisions carefully ourselves to make sure that we approve of their revision. We don't know what they want to, what they want to submit. We've not said anything. Yeah. So, we're turning up in now, and with Malia not here, I'm just going to go ahead and submit to Crystal and, at least what these suggestions are with you guys' permission. And so we're not really voting on anything. In the past, what's happened is, like when this other liaison guy was still here, and what he did basically, it was kind of the same way, but a little bit different, but just because of the way he was handling it. And I was the one to bring I was the one to bring the recommendation forth to you guys, and then I was the one to do it for the board. Malia wants to do it a little bit differently this time, which is fine as long as it gets done. So, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. If you guys are comfortable with me, if you feel good about that third section, the 5.2, if you feel okay with me submitting these for Crystal to look at, take it to legal, then they can come back with their own revisions and stuff. So how do y'all feel about that?
Judy, can I just speak for 1 sec?
Yes, Derek?
Totally aligned with everything you're saying. I think Malia will be around this week, so if you could loop her in for kind of how you guys talked about it, that'd be my only ask. It's just Malia will be available if you reach out or send this to her in your normal way.
Okay, so you're saying then that I would be free to just go with the committee's approval, and this isn't anything at this point that we're voting on, but if you approve the sections in these tables, we did approve the 2 top ones. It was just the bottom 5.2 we had questions on. And if you like the way it reads now, I can go ahead and then I guess turn it into Malia, correct?
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
Is there anybody who's got like an kind of, I don't know about this. Is there anybody who has reservations on the way I worded that 5.2?
I'm just curious, because last month we discussed this and everybody was against something. And now you brought it back again. But what did the minutes say from that? We didn't want it like 3 months out. That was it or something. And these are, at this point, these are suggestions on our part.
I think I kind of got part what you said. The network was kind of fading in and out, but if I understood you, Derek, I think you were asking about the that last section, like what is it that you guys were against? Well, I think there were some reservations about having recommendations as opposed to a call for nominations. There's a difference, because the recommendations take kind of a committee to go through recommendations. The call for nominations is kind of what we have done a little differently in the past, but it's a little more formalized, I think, this way. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because it wasn't a vote, but everybody agreed they didn't want to have like 3 months out. So, like I say, these are recommendations or suggestions at this point. So.
And just to be clear, that's Ray's question.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
all right.
I would be okay if you sent that to Lee and then see what comes from that.
Okay.
I think you send it to Sharon. Crystal, sorry.
Yeah. Like Derek said, if Malia's, if she's involved, then I can go ahead and loop her in like I normally would.
Madam Chair, Chris Jones.
Yes, sir.
Are you, if I'm understanding what you're saying, I think I understand that you're asking us all to determine if we want to move forward with submitting these recommendations to Malia to take a look at so we can move forward and figure out where that's going to go, how that's going to happen. Is that what you're asking?
Correct. So are you?
Do we need a nomination for this or what?
Okay, so I'm just asking if you all are agreed for me to go ahead and turn in these this revised recommendation to Malia.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
anybody who doesn't agree? Okay. Okay, so I will do it. And Derek, thank you for the suggestion. I just wasn't sure, you know, how Malia was able to operate at this point, but I will do that. I will do it. This is what we were planning.
And I appreciate the concern.
Okay. All right. And I see that we're getting close to our time. It's like 5:30. So does anybody quickly have anything else?
Madam Chair, this is Manette. I'd like
Manette.
to ask, are we gonna revisit this advertising thing? I'm trying to read through it, and then I'm just trying to read through it, and I just want to know if we're going to talk about it later. That's all.
You know, I'm gonna guess. Well, I don't know. So Derek, I mean, we've run out of time this meeting, and it wasn't on the and it wasn't in the block for the transit. So I would guess that we're probably going to do that in March.
Okay.
Now I know I was hoping that we could get it, but you know, and talk about it before the board gets it, but that didn't happen. So that's the only thing. That's what we were planning, and it didn't happen. Okay,
Yeah,
I got that straight, right?
I think it's in the board this month, correct?
It is. We were hoping to get it also, but it didn't happen. So
Gotcha. Sorry about that. I wasn't aware.
That's okay.
But I'll ask Lily about it. We also had one question in the room here too.
Judy? Yeah. John.
I do not have any more great grandkids. 64 is enough.
Any more? Any more what?
Grandkids.
64 is enough. I don't need any.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, are we finished with business?
We are finished. I move that we end the meeting at this point, adjourn.
Thank you, Ray. Okay, Ray moves that we adjourn the meeting. Any 1 second?
I'll second that.
This is Valerie. I
PJ
second.
and Manette. All right. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Hi.
All opposed? Okay, the meeting is adjourned. And Rogelio, can you get this up on YouTube by Friday? Or Derek, are you doing that, or who's doing that?
It's Rogelio.